Hello friends, welcome to my channel Let Me Excel, where I share various tips and tricks regarding Microsoft Excel or Google Spreadsheet. So far I have published a couple of videos covering various topics. You can check them out. I am giving the link in the description of this video. I got feedback from my viewers that I should start from the basic level and move towards intermediate and then advanced, because the couple of videos which I had published were from either from intermediate level or from the advanced level. They were not related, so the viewers wanted some basic which teaches them basic of Excel. So that's the reason I decided that I will start from the basic and I'll move towards intermediate, then the advanced. The purpose of this video series is that I should give you everything what is there in Excel, so that you can do great in your career, whether it is clearing your interview or doing your day-to-day office job. My goal is to give you everything, whatever I know, whatever I have learned in the last 15-16 years. I want to give you all in this video. So stay tuned, and if you are new to this channel, please consider subscribing it so that it motivates me to give you good content in the future. So let's get started. Okay, so the introduction of Excel is that this computer spreadsheet was invented by Dan Bricklin in 1978-79. That means it is more than 40 years old, around 40 to 43 years old. It was originally supported on Apple II under the program name VisiCalc. So Microsoft Excel is a spreadsheet developed by Microsoft for Windows, Mac OS, Android and iOS. So now we have Excel in Windows, in Mac and Android and iOS. So everywhere in all four platforms Excel is there. It features calculation, graphing tools, pivot tables and a macro programming called Visual Basic for application, or we call it VBA in short. I know you don't like this subject, because I still remember I used to sleep, entire period I used to sleep in the history class. Now in 1987 Excel 2.0 was released. That 1.0 was for Apple computer. For Windows it was 2.0 version. So it is the first version of Excel for the Intel platform. Version prior to 2.0 were only available on the Apple Macintosh. So likewise, as you can see here in the screen, Excel 3.0 came in 1990. Okay, then Excel 4.0 came in 1992. 5.0 came in 1993. Excel then they started calling Excel 95. So Excel 6.0 is not there. Excel 95 was also called Excel 7.0, which came in 1995 years. Here onwards the version of Excel is more or less same as the year it was released. Like in 97, the Excel 97 was released in 1996 and it was called 8.0. Afterwards they stopped calling this one 9.0, 10.0 like that. They started calling by the name of year it was released, or something like that. Excel 2000 was released in 1999. Excel 2002 was released in 2001 and 3 was released in 3. Okay, 2007 is the year when Microsoft changed their Office Outlook, because all these years the extension of Excel was XLS, but from 2007 onwards it became XLSX, and the number of rows were increased from 65,536 to more than 1 million, and the number of columns were only 256 in Excel 2003, but now it is at least 256 multiplied by 16. You can calculate what is the number. Okay, from 2010 they started slicers in pivot tables, and 2013 they started something called flash fill, and 2016 some more charts were added and some formulas were added. With every version they add something new. So that is the beauty of Excel. So here this history teaches us one lesson. Okay, so when Excel was started, it was very humble, very ordinary looking spreadsheet, but now Excel is very sophisticated. It is very powerful tool. Okay, So we need to learn something from Excel, that you need to keep on upgrading yourself with every year, every passing day. You have to keep learning, keep growing, and keep improving yourself. Only then you can be there in the market, otherwise you will lag behind. Someone has rightly said, if you are not growing, that means you are dying. Okay, so this is the history of Excel. I hope you found it interesting, not like your normal history class. Let us get started. Okay, first of all, let me tell you like what are rows and columns in Excel. So the horizontal ones, the whatever I have selected here, okay, which is represented by numbers, denoted by numbers 1 2 3 4, are called rows, and the ones which are denoted by A, B, C are called columns. Okay, so C stands for columns, so that way you can remember easily. C for column. So the vertical A, B, C ones are columns and the horizontal ones are rows. I used to get confused on when I started using Excel, then only it became clear to me that what are rows and what are columns. I always got confused between these two. Okay, it has got many 3 sheets as of now, and you can add as many as you want. But to add, if you click on this plus symbol, it gets added. Okay, you are adding another sheet. Okay, you can just click on plus. Another one is you can press shift plus F11, and that also inserts a worksheet. Okay, so that's how you can. So collection of worksheets is a workbook, and each worksheet has rows and columns. Today let us cover these topics: merge cells, wrap text, format painter, formula bar, and the grid lines. So what is merge cells? Merge cells is nothing but this part. Okay, whenever if you select 2 or more cells and click on merge, those 2 or how many cells you have selected becomes 1. Okay, they become 1, and so it is not a very good practice to use merge cells, because it will impact your sorting. If you, when your data is queues, you will have to sort, you have to do auto filtering, so all those stuff it impacts. So it's not a good practice to use merge and center. But there is one substitute which I use always. Like if I want to write, say for example, now this is a merge cell. If I write, now it is written on both the cells, and it is merge and center is done. Merge and center is done. So instead of doing this, what I do is I'll select both the cells, right click, format cells, under alignment tab, in general, in this horizontal, center across selection. If I write, let me Excel here, I wrote in the first cell, that is F5, but it looks like a merged cell. Now both look similar, but this one is merged and this one is not merged. Okay, I encourage you to use this one, not this one. Okay, so by the way, merge cells can be done, or unmerge of cells can be done by right clicking, going to format cells. Okay, then under alignment, see merge cells is checked, right? If you uncheck, that merge goes off. Okay, clicking here, going to home tab and clicking here is a shortcut. So that was merge cell. Let us see wrap text. Okay, so wrap text is nothing but if the width of the cell is, or if the width of the column is not enough, it will show in the different line. So for example, if I select all these, okay, and click on this wrap text, okay, see, since the column is very narrow, it is showing in two or three lines. Okay, so if I make it a bit wider, it shows in 2 lines. Now if I make, it shows in 1 line now. Okay, so wrap text does that. And if you don't want it, you can just disable it by clicking here again. And you can also do by right clicking, format cells, same alignment, earlier see merge cells, here wrap text. Okay, wrap text, if you enable this, it will be in 2 different lines, 2 or multiple lines. Next, let us see format painter. Okay, so what format painter does is that it will copy the format from one cell to another. Like say for example, I have applied yellow background here, and if I want this yellow background to be applied in some other cell or cells, I can just click on, select this cell and click on format painter, and click here. Okay, this is applied. This is how I do. So format painter is copies the format or pastes the format from one cell to another. And the formula bar, okay, if I go to view, okay, so this is called formula bar. Okay, so it clearly see, okay, this line is called formula bar. Okay, if you hover your cursor here, it says formula bar. Here you can either start writing formula, or you can edit your formula, or you can edit your values also. Whatever is written here, you can start editing from. Either you can directly do in cell itself, or you can do in the formula bar. So this formula bar you can enable and disable by, you can show or not show by clicking on view, and this, if you uncheck this, formula bar goes off. If you want to bring it back, you have to check this box. And same for grid lines also. If you remove it, if you uncheck it, the lines are gone. If you want to bring them back, click here. And the same for headings also. When I say headings, it's like A, B, C, and this 1, 2, 3, 4. If you click, it's very simple. Like if you check once, if the box is checked, that means it is enabled, it's on. If the box is not checked, then it is off. So formula bar, grid lines and headings, it's all about checking and unchecking. That's it. And they are all there in the view tab. Okay, under view you will find all this. I want to come back to format painter, and that is homework for you. Like if I want to apply format from one cell to another, I clicked once. What happens if you double click on this one? Okay, what happens? Double click on this format painter and see what happens, and try to apply the formatting, try to apply the format to other cell or cells, range of cells. Okay, I think we should wind up for today. So if you want, as of now I am uploading one video per week because of time constraint. If you want more than that, in fact if you want a couple of videos in a week, then you can let me know in the comment, and how I am doing, if it is going very fast, or if I am very slow, or if you are not able to understand my accent, or if you are not able to understand my language, please let me know so that I can improve upon myself. I'm sure that you learned something new today, and please consider subscribing it so that I can, whenever I publish new video, you get to know instantly. Okay, so thank you for watching.